Hey everyone and welcome back. This is Naveen from Astroluminance. First of all, I would like to apologize for not uploading any videos. I got busy with random stuffs. Anyway, on 7th of September, we experienced a very beautiful lunar eclipse. The eclipse was visible to a large population around the world. Here in Southern Asia, we were able to see the entire eclipse from start to end. In this video, I will show you how I captured one. We'll also reveal a very impressive piece of equipment that I have been testing for quite some time. So, let's get started.
If you have been following me, you might know that I own an 8-inch Dobsonian telescope. Observing the moon and other celestial objects through it is a wonderful experience. In particular, when viewing the moon, I can see many details using a 30mm and a 9mm eyepiece. I also have a Canon R10 mirrorless camera with a 100 to 400mm telephoto lens. A while back, I took a few images of the moon using this combination, and I was surprised by the results. At 400mm on my crop sensor, which is equivalent to 640mm on a full-frame camera, the images turned out very well. I was able to see a large number of craters with little to no color fringing on the moon. This setup is more common among people, hence I decided to use it. Capturing moon is easier than photographing nebulae or galaxies that requires tracking mount and a long exposure shots. One can achieve great result with the moon just by balancing the ISO and shutter speed. No need for extra equipments. These are the gears I will be using to photograph the lunar eclipse. Additionally, I am excited to introduce the all-new Zio AM3, a unit manufactured in March 2025. I will be using this to track the eclipse. I haven't shared the unboxing or the first light experience yet, but that's coming in the next video. So, be sure to subscribe and stay tuned. Tracking mounts are not necessary for lunar eclipse. Since I already have one at my disposal, I'll be giving it a try. Since I don't have a spare laptop or a controller like ASAR with guiding setup for polar aligning the mount, I'll be using mobile compass instead for rough polar alignment. While this may not be a right approach, I'm open to using it as an experiment. Just a heads up, harmonic drive mounts have a large periodic errors, so they usually require guiding setups to track properly. Since shooting moon doesn't require very long exposures, I believe the mount will run just fine without guiding. Since this was my first time trying to capture a total lunar eclipse, I was very nervous. I took several photos of the moon with different settings in the hope of getting something worthwhile. Unfortunately, the clouds had a different plan and spoiled some of the joy, but I still managed to get some data. Alright, we are back on my PC now. Even with the clouds, I managed to grab shots in both RAW and JPEG formats, so hopefully that's enough to work with. So, while I was trying to polar align, I ran into a bit of a problem. My mobile's compass went haywire when I bought it near the mount, and because of that, I couldn't really line things up properly. That ended up causing a bit of a drifting. Anyways, let's check out the shots and see if we can spot any star trails or blur in the moon images. I'll pull up the JPEGs first since they load way quicker on my PC than the RAW files. So this is 1/200 shot. Yeah, you can see the shadow approaching the moon. It's pretty good. I'll check this one. Yep, I can see some star trails and the moon is looking blurry too. I believe this one is a 10 seconds one. We'll check. Nope, it's a 8-second exposure. So yeah, we can see star trails and moon is looking blurry. By the way, when I was shooting DSOs, this polar alignment method actually gave me pretty good results. So yeah, I'm just gonna blame myself on my mobile for the inaccuracies this time. Anyway guys, I'll go through all the images, process them and show you the final result.